If him and Tank fought at about 145, that's a good daggone fight. You understand me? Matter of fact, I'm saying that's a good damn fight. You understand me? Because they both have very high IQs, and Tank is very explosive. See, that's the one thing.
Terence Crawford and Gervonta Tank Davis had an unexpected encounter yesterday, and things got heated following their recent clash on X, formerly Twitter. Crawford, fresh off his appearance at the Ring Magazine Awards in London, was on his way back home when fate brought him face-to-face with Davis, who was briefly away from training camp for a meeting abroad. Off the mat day before the meeting, the encounter was charged with tension as Davis spotted Crawford and decided not to let the opportunity slip. Ignoring the chance to stay neutral, Davis confronted the former undisputed welterweight champion, questioning him about their online feud. Crawford, seemingly unbothered, brushed him off with a few words before walking away. However, Davis persisted, escalating the situation with his loud remarks. The exchange drew the attention of Crawford's team, who quickly stepped in to separate the two fighters. While no physical altercation took place, the confrontation left spectators buzzing about what might come next. From the intensity of the scene, it's clear that their rivalry is far from over. The bad blood appears to stem from events at the Ring Magazine Awards, where both fighters were present. While Crawford's focus is largely on a potential super fight with Canelo Alvarez, the brewing tension with Davis opens the door for another intriguing matchup. Whether it leads to a boxing match, a street fight, or something else entirely, fans are eager to see how this rivalry unfolds. One thing is certain, this encounter adds more fuel to the fire, raising speculation about a potential clash between Crawford, the pound-for-pound king, and Davis, the outspoken lightweight star. For now, all eyes remain on their next moves, both inside and outside the ring. The entire boxing world gathered in London this past weekend for the prestigious Ring Magazine Awards, celebrating the best fighters of the era. However, the event wasn't without controversy, as one notable absentee, Gervonta Davis, stirred up a storm on social media. Davis, with an undefeated record of 30 wins, 28 by knockout, is undeniably one of the elite fighters of the modern era. Yet his absence at the event sparked questions and highlighted his contentious relationship with certain key figures in the boxing world. Despite his dominance in the lightweight division and his announced plans to retire in 2025, Davis was conspicuously missing from the guest list. Reports suggest his strained relationship with the Ring Magazine owner, Sheikh Turki Al-Sheikh, and the Riyadh season team might have played a role in the exclusion. The snub didn't sit well with Davis, who took to his X, formerly Twitter account, to voice his displeasure in a series of posts that were quickly deleted, but not before catching public attention. Davis began by questioning the event's exclusivity, writing, "Why didn't they invite everybody? But they invited people they deal with. Get out of here, stop bum eating." He then targeted specific individuals, notably British promoter Eddie Hearn, calling him a little rat and accusing him of leveraging connections to gain influence. Davis also directed his ire at Sheikh Turki, criticizing him for being out of touch with the sport. "They want to act like this guy is good for boxing when he doesn't know a thing. Why isn't he building up fighters from his own region?" Davis wrote. He also lamented the idea that some fighters travel overseas for opportunities only to perform in front of sparse crowds, contrasting this with his own popularity in the United States. While Davis deleted the post shortly after, boxing fans and media outlets quickly preserved and circulated them, sparking widespread debate. Among those who noticed was Terence "Bud" Crawford, the reigning pound-for-pound king and former undisputed welterweight champion. Crawford, who was present at the Ring Magazine gala, seized the opportunity to mock Davis publicly, "I see somebody mad they weren't invited to the Ring Magazine gala," Crawford posted on X, adding, "I remember being left out. That's why when they let me in, I crashed the party." Crawford's jab was accompanied by laughing emojis, further fueling the already brewing tension. The post immediately went viral, igniting a heated back and forth between the two boxing stars. Davis was quick to retaliate, boasting about his wealth in a series of since-deleted posts aimed at Crawford. "I still make more than you," Davis claimed. "Y'all think he's chasing greatness? He's not. That's what he has to do to make decent money." Davis's comments implied that Crawford's high-profile bouts, including a potential mega fight with Canelo Alvarez, were less about legacy and more about financial necessity. Crawford, never one to back down from a challenge, responded with a sharp retort. "The first thing a rich fool tells another rich fool is that he has more money than you," Crawford wrote. "I bet I have more investments than you, and I don't owe $1 in taxes. You can't buy anything that I can't buy and want, sir, and that's a fact. Let's see who has the longest lasting money. Smart boy." Crawford's response not only dismissed Davis's claim, but also painted a picture of financial security and long-term planning. Davis's own MBA program, ACTVRP, accredited Student Softball Player of the Year. The online feud quickly captivated the boxing community, with fans and analysts weighing in on the escalating rivalry. The animosity between the two fighters has been simmering for some time, but the Ring Magazine Awards controversy brought it to the forefront. Some speculate that Crawford's meeting with Sheikh Turki al-Sheikh earlier this year, coupled with rumors of a Canelo Alvarez showdown, may have further irritated Davis. For his part, Davis appeared to view Crawford's success as an opportunity to air grievances not just against the Ring Magazine organizers, but also against the broader boxing establishment. The dispute between the two champions has added an intriguing subplot to the boxing landscape. Crawford, who is currently riding high after his dominant win to become the first male fighter to achieve undisputed status in 2 weight classes, seems focused on cementing his legacy with a potential clash against Canelo Alvarez. Meanwhile, Davis, a knockout artist and fan favorite, has remained a dominant force in the lightweight division, but is now facing questions about his place in the sport's elite circles following his absence from the London event. Fans can only speculate about where this rivalry might lead. While Davis has hinted at retiring by the end of 2025, his feud with Crawford raises the tantalizing prospect of a showdown between the two, whether in the ring or through continued verbal sparring. Both fighters are known for their fiery personalities and competitive spirits, making a potential bout inside or outside the ring a must-see event. For now, the spotlight remains on their next moves. Crawford's focus appears to be on his historic pursuits in a possible Canelo bout, while Davis looks to reassert his dominance in the lightweight division and perhaps settle scores with those he feels have wronged him. Regardless of what happens, the feud has added another layer of drama to an already electrifying era of boxing. Fans will undoubtedly keep a close eye on what both fighters do next, as their rivalry continues to capture headlines and spark debate across the boxing world. In 2025, fans might question why Gervonta "Tank" Davis would care about not receiving an invitation to the Ring Magazine Awards. But this isn't the first time Terence Crawford has taken a jab at the Baltimore native. After Crawford's dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr. to become the undisputed champion, he caught wind of Davis claiming he could beat him at 147 pounds. Addressing the comment on The Breakfast Club, Crawford acknowledged Davis's skill but emphasized the disparity between their levels in boxing. "If he comes up to 147 thinking he's just going to knock me out, he's got another thing coming," Crawford remarked confidently. Despite the banter, a clash between the two American stars seems unlikely. Crawford has his sights set on the biggest challenge of his career, a super fight with Canelo Alvarez. For now, Davis's bold claims remain just that, as Crawford focuses on further solidifying his legacy in the sport.
I mean, you came up from 35, right?
He ain't fighting no real guys at 47.
So, okay. What about, everyone's talking about
Gervonta Tank Davis and Terence Bud Crawford are 3 weight divisions apart but share a history of competing in similar classes. Crawford began his career at lightweight, where Davis is currently a world champion. Both have also claimed titles at super lightweight, but Crawford has since climbed further, dominating the welterweight division before debuting at 154 pounds. Meanwhile, Davis remains at lightweight, holding the WBA world title and continuing his streak of knockouts. The Baltimore powerhouse has previously claimed he would knock Crawford out, likely in jest, though Crawford, the bigger man, has advised against punching above his weight. While their paths are unlikely to cross in the ring, their rivalry fuels fan debates about a hypothetical matchup. Crawford's dominance across divisions and Davis's explosive power make for an intriguing what-if scenario in boxing circles. Even though it is extremely improbable that the fight would ever occur, some people think it wouldn't be inevitable. That's a good damn fight. Multi-division world champion Roy Jones Jr. stated in an interview with Real Life Productions. He obviously thought it would be competitive if the two faced off just under the welterweight limit. And he gave Tank a good chance because, in his words, "I don't see anybody around that's gonna beat Bud unless it's somebody way bigger than him." But don't sleep on the fact that if he and Tank fought at about 145, that's a good damn fight. Tank returned to the 74-pound weight class and lost Tin Moran to a bloody nose, apparently declaring that the fight was 145. That's a good damn fight.
Gave a little prediction on the fight, talked about Errol has a metal shield and you have a glass shield. Talk about the punch resistance. What do you think of Tank's assessment, man?
Both Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis possess exceptional boxing IQs, but Tank's explosive power sets him apart, a quality Errol Spence lacked against Crawford. Explosiveness can be a game changer, keeping opponents cautious and opening opportunities for dominance. Crawford himself has credited his success across multiple weight classes to his explosiveness, which has consistently kept challengers in check. As the two American stars continue their respective campaigns, Crawford eyes a monumental clash with super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez. This fight would require Crawford to jump 14 pounds to 168, further cementing his legacy. Meanwhile, Davis prepares for his next bout against Lamont Roach Jr., set for March 1 at the Barclays Center. During a recent press conference, Tank announced his intention to retire at the end of 2025, making this fight one to watch. Fans eagerly anticipate the explosive lightweight champion's return to the ring.